What's happening, YouTube? My name is Troxel Sports Talk, and on this channel, we talk everything football and basketball. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you never miss a video or live stream. Today, we're going to talk about the NFL News Week in Review, and it's produced by the Sports Movement Network, and we are starting right now. Now, according to sources, a former Pro Bowl, Brandon Marshall, he is 6'5". He has been reportedly working out for the Indianapolis Colts. From 2007 to 2013, he had 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons. That's impressive, folks. Now, I believe he can actually fit there just because of his size. And if you throw him in the slot at 6'5", who's going to be able to guard him? If he can be able to work the chains, anywhere between 0 to 10 yards, he can actually have a very big bounce back season. He has played for the Miami Dolphins, Denver Broncos, the Chicago Bears, the New York Jets, the New York Giants for 5 games, and the Seattle Seahawks. I think the Indianapolis Colts could be his best fit yet. Yes, age is not on his side, but I think it'd be a decent signing for the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, obviously, depending on how Andrew Luck's injury lasts and things like that, I don't think that it's going to be a major concern. I think it's training camp, folks. Let's be real about it. This is the time of the year that you pretty much bubble wrap your quarterback, save him for week 1, and let him loose then. Well, with that being said, let's move on to the next topic. Theo Riddick signed a 1-year contract with the Denver Broncos. It is worth $2.5 million, and it includes a $1 million in guaranteed money. With incentives, he can earn up to about $3.3 million. I love that signing in Denver because I think it really opens up to what the Denver Broncos is trying to accomplish. They don't really have a guy that has the same skill set that Theo Riddick has. So I think he can actually have a bounce back season and actually make a real name for himself. Now, I will say this to all my Lions fans. He better not want to play that game against us in the Mile High, because we not going to take it easy on him. I mean, yeah, he's still a former brother, but hey, between those lines, it's all love. But I wish him well. I think he looks good in Broncos uniform, and I wish him the best. I hope he has a bounce back season. And with that being said, let's move on to the next topic. Now, Melvin Gordon, according to Bleacher Report, his agent requested a trade when the Chargers did not change the contract offer. Oh, man. I get it in a sense of he hasn't had a lot of healthy seasons. So, in their eyes, they're probably looking at this as, why would I pay for a guy that, yeah, he is one of the top running backs in the league. I would probably give him within the top 20. I mean, he's definitely a top 20 running back. I mean, he's probably higher than that, like within top 15, top 10. Maybe on a good year, maybe even top 5. I like Melvin Gordon. He's one of my favorite running backs. But health issues is a major concern. Now what he wants to do is he right now he is making about $5.6 million. He wants to make at least $10 million per year. I mean, that is technically fair market value. And he's looking to try to get like a 4-year, $48 million, which is a fair market value for his position. that's pretty much about like 12 million a year. Um, I think both sides need to at least come in with a common ground. Like maybe like a 1 year, $8 million extension. Let's see if he can, if he can live up to that with health and production. Then at least now he could be like, okay, well, hey, I lived up to my part. Now can we live up to what I'm asking for? You know, um, with players like that, it is very difficult because you want to make them happy. Because I mean, let's be real. Um, Players like him are kind of hard to find. Um, but I mean, if there's one person like him, there's other people like him. You just got to really have to do your research in the draft and get your guys, to scout the right way and things like that. If you're gonna move on from him, I think that I think both sides they're gonna come up with a happy medium. I think both sides won't be 100% happy, but then both sides will be at least able to sleep at night to be like, okay, well, hey, we got something in place. We got our star running back. Now we can move on to the next thing, which is, hey, let's go win the games. I feel bad for the Los Angeles Chargers, and best believe that took a hard time because I always want to call them the San Diego Chargers. But the Los Angeles Chargers, I feel bad for them because, I mean, with all the things that was going on with Phillip Rivers and things like that, I don't know if you guys remember when he got drafted, he was refusing to go to New York, and he held out and was like, I'm not gonna play, I'm gonna retire right now. Draft day they made the trade, sent Eli Manning to the New York Giants for Phillip Rivers to the Chargers. Phillip Rivers is a good quarterback, guys. He just never really had a full team to where he can actually, okay, hey, I got a run game, I got tight ends, I got wide receivers, I got an offensive line, I got, a solid defense to take pressure off of me, and, and my special teams ain't that bad either. He's never had that. He's had an offense, then he hasn't, and then he's had, bits and pieces here and there. A lot of the times, Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, I forgot the other guy. His last name was Henry, the tight end. They were always banged up. I feel bad for them, because I mean, as a Charger, if you're a Chargers fan, you want to see your team succeed. And when they're not living up to your expectations, I know you can get kind of mad and upset about it. But I do hope that they do figure something out about Melvin Gordon, because I mean, let's be real, guys. He's a good running back. You'd want him on your team. So with that being said, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so we got Mr. Ezekiel Elliott. I don't know what Jerry Jones is doing, but whatever he's doing, he needs to get off his high horse and pay this man. Forget Dak Prescott. Forget Amari Cooper. I don't trust Amari Cooper with your team. I never trusted him even over there in Oakland. He disappears a lot. Your team, the Dallas Cowboys, go as far as Ezekiel takes you. As Mr. Vince Lombardi, the man whose trophy that you fight for 20 weeks, you got to run the ball to win. That's how you win games. That's how you going to win games in today's NFL, in the past NFL. Those that say that, oh, it's a passing league. No, you got to run the ball. It's called clock management. And then when you run the ball, it sets up your pass. So then, then you can pass. Um, you don't let this guy hold out. Yes, he has a lot of legal issues off the field. I'm sorry, fellas and ladies. Yes, he has a lot of off the field issues, but you got to have a contract in place, give him what he wants, but have it where it's incentive based. Hey, you stay out of trouble, you can make this much money. That's what you want, that's what you can get, but you got to stay out of trouble. With that being said, you pay this man. Forget Dak Prescott. You can find a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. He is a product of how Ezekiel Elliott plays. Let's be real. If you're a real fan of football, you know your quarterback is a product of your run game. Now, there are anomalies in the sport. You know, Matthew Stafford is one. That's really about it. You know, I mean, Matthew Stafford is the one anomaly that you could really say can put up good numbers, you know, without a real run game and still win games. I mean, he had, you know, 8 comebacks. I don't ever see Dak putting up 8 comebacks. If you don't got Ezekiel Elliott, you're not gonna be able to win a whole lot of games, or unless you could find a better replacement for him. But who's out there? You know. So with that being said, let's move on to the next topic. All right, guys. Well, if you haven't heard about it, the New Orleans Saints and Michael Thomas have agreed to a 5-year extension. On Wednesday, it was worth $61 million in guaranteed money, and it was a 5-year, $100 million deal. And I'm going to tell you this, him and the Saints are probably happy as all can be, because he's already putting up crazy catches in practice over there. I was kind of like looking at a little bit of highlights while I'm doing this video, and I'm like, man, he's about to eat. You know, and for those that have, you know, fantasy leagues and things like that, I would definitely pick him up. He's looking in rare form already. You know, and I'm kind of glad. Him and Drew Brees got a good little repertoire and chemistry going amongst each other. You know, and I like seeing it. I think outside of my favorite team, which is the Detroit Lions, the New Orleans Saints offense is one of my favorites in the NFC. Not named Detroit. You know, so I'm kind of happy that, you know, the New Orleans Saints and Michael Thomas can come to an agreement. I believe this is one of his first big-time contracts. But I love that signing. You know, yeah, it's $100 million. There haven't really been one since, you know, Calvin Johnson and things like that at the wide receiver position. But, man, when they got a team and he's on, that man is hard to stop. I mean, I think some other players are a little bit better as far as like productions, like end of the year production and things like that. But when it's all said and done, when you got one, you know, my favorite quarterback in the entire NFL, you know, not named the GOAT or, you know, Matthew Stafford, which is Drew Brees, you're gonna win some games. You know, and they got, you know, I always compare Drew Brees and Sean Payton to Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Now, I already know I'm gonna get a whole lot of crazy talk in my comment section. Bear with me on this, okay? Hear me out before you guys get all mad. If you take away Sean Payton, Drew Brees ain't that player. Them two work hand in hand. And together, they are probably unbeatable. Unless you have them, you know, the pass interference call, you know, that was a no call. Which, I will be honest with you guys, that call right there brought back so many memories of the whole Lions at Dallas in the playoffs in 2014, and I think I was just as mad. So Saints fans, if you listen to this, I feel your pain. I do think that you guys are gonna have a good season, and with Michael Thomas, I think you guys, put yourself in a better position. I know you guys lost some players, but the new group of guys that you brought in and drafted, I think you guys are gonna have a really good season. And Michael Thomas is going to be a focal point as well as Alvin Kamara. But with that being said, let's move on to the last topic. Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about the GOAT, Mr. Tom Brady. And according to NFL.com, the Hall of Fame quarterback agreed to terms on a 2-year contract for $70 million. Now, this did break today, but the deal with Brady's raise in 2019 is from $15 million all the way up to $23 million a year. I will say this, go blue. He has 6 rings. Every time I see them in the Super Bowl, yes, I am the guy that roots against him, but I will never put money against him because that man is the GOAT. I mean, he's what Michael Jordan was to me in basketball. Hated him, but after his career was done, then I gave him his credit. And I already know myself, I will definitely give, Tom Brady credit after his playing career is. But until then, I mean, he's still a competitor. We're still a competitor as well. So, but let's get back to the topic of his extension. That man's earned every single dollar. He always puts the team first. He always puts, emphasis on winning. Yeah, you might see him get mad on the sidelines, but that's passion. He wants to win so bad that he's willing to go in front of his offensive coordinator and get in his grill. I have no problem with that. Even if a Lion does that, I have no problem with it. As long as it warrants, hey, I'm trying to win and I want to win a Super Bowl. If he's complaining about, I'm not getting touches or I'm not running the plays I want to run, that's a different story. But Tom Brady you will never hear Tom Brady complaining about the touches or, things like that. Obviously it'll be a little hard because he is a quarterback and he touches the ball in almost every play, if not every play. A lot of people remember him for his fake Philly special in the Super Bowl. But hey, that man got 6 rings. I want to say that's the second most in NFL history. The New England Patriots, they are the bar in the NFL. Tom Brady does deserve $23 million a year, but he's 41 years old. That's the mind-boggling part of this whole contract extension. For 2 years, he gets, $23 million a year. That's crazy. But the man deserves it and he earned it. I'll never try to count another person's pockets. I'm not that kind of guy. If you got talent, you deserve to get paid. Flat out, plain simple. Especially if you're trying to, especially if you're trying to, win championships and Super Bowls and things like that. Like, I have no problem. Just make sure, what you get paid is what you're putting out. You're getting paid, $23 million. I want to see $23 million worth of production. Obviously now he's 41 and won 6 rings, so you kind of expect what you're going to get from Tom Brady. But shout out to Tom Brady, man. He deserves it. And I will say this again, go blue. from the University of Michigan. I'll keep saying go blue until I'm blue in the face. So go blue. Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, smash that notification bell, set it to all so you never miss a video or live stream, because on this channel we talk football and basketball. Also, please give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment. I do respond to all comments. And please check the description and subscribe to the members of the Sports Movement Network, because the movement starts here. Have a nice day. Troxel Sports Talk, and we out. Peace.